So, hello friends. Now we will be discussing about the what's meant by perceptron. So, perceptron is nothing but it is a binary classification model which is used for the linear binary classification. Okay, it is a simple mathematical model. It is developed by Robert Stern. And also perceptron, there are the many types of perceptron, such as single layer perceptron, multi-layer perceptron, and when the perceptron layers increase, the activation function also changes. So what's meant by first activation function? Let me tell you that the activation function is nothing but it is a function which is used in the classification. It is just like for binary classification, we are using the step activation function, and other for multi, we are using the sigmoid, and other so many activation functions are there. So here about we will be discussing about the code explanation and how we get the convergence. So first of all, let me tell you that what's meant by convergence. So convergence is nothing but when the weight stop updating, or we get the target or achieved predicted weight is same. At that time we get the convergence. Means it is a point at which we our model can be linearly separable. And also we can say that in another word, convergence is nothing but it is a point at which we get the successful model, or we can say that it is a model which can be get for the successful model. Okay, it is a point at which we get the convergence, or the model stop making mistake and we get the convergence. Okay, understood. Now another thing I want to tell you that epochs means nothing but it is a number of passes that occurring in while training the program. Okay, so another thing in the epochs we should discuss the three things. First is forward pass, backward pass, and weight calculation. Now, what's mean by all these things? So the forward pass is nothing but we are checking the pass in the forward direction. In the backward pass is also known as a back propagation. And weight calculation, we are calculating the weight, that how we can get the successful model. Okay. Then another thing we will be discussing here, epochs is done, convergence is over, perceptron is also done. Now let's discuss how this program will work. First of all, let me show you the program, and then I will show this output, and after that I will show you one by one line explanation of this. Okay, so first it is a first small program I have to. It is running in the progress, and see here we will be getting the output within 2 to 3 seconds. Just wait for the things. It will be showing like this. See, it will be showing like this output. So we have taken in this program 10 epochs, but we got in the second epochs only we got the convergence. It means this is a perceptron program. So see how we can show there. It is in the epoch 1 error is coming, and epoch 2 zero error. Now how let's discuss. See, in this we have taken a small data set first of all. After that, in the first line we can see that it is a first bias that we took every time in the perceptron model. First of all, let me tell you the formula of perceptron. Formula of perceptron is nothing but y is equal to f in bracket xi wi plus b. Here, f is activation function, xi wi is nothing but input and weight, and bias means b. Okay, so here we have target is 1 and our prediction is 1. It means our uh, model is getting wrong. Here the target is 1, prediction 1, it means it is a correct. Target 1 predicted -1, it is also correct. Target -1 predicted minus, it is also correct. That's why in this matrix we got first error. So it is giving that epoch 1 is error. Then second epoch, see, target is 1 and prediction is 1. Weight is this. So in this format we are predict our target and prediction is same. So stop our weight stop updating, and here we got the epochs error is 0, and we got the convergence. Okay, now let me explain you about this program step by step. For the first step, we are taken here input numpy for working with array. Means we are importing numpy library from the Python to work with the mathematical operation. So So what's mean by NumPy? NumPy is nothing but library. Import is nothing but we are taking something from the Python, and as it means lice, it means NumPy, lice of NumPy. NumPy shortcut nickname is NP. And why we are taking NumPy? Because the NumPy, every time we cannot write NumPy in the program because it will be increase the time and space complexity of the program. So we convert NumPy into the NP. Okay. Then another thing, let me tell you that NumPy full form is numerical Python. It is a powerful Python library used for working with the array, especially multi-dimension array, performing mathematics and statistic operation, handling linear algebra, Fourier transformation and the random numbers, making computation fast with the optimal C-based program. Now, see, when we run this line, it is running successfully. See, this line says that we had successful run this first line. Then another step is defining a small linear separable data set, each row in an input x1 and x2. Here x is equal to this program we have to taken, and after this, when we run this, it is saying that it is successful run. Now the explanation of this is here. See, we are creating a small data set with the 4 point. See, this is a 4 point and we are creating four small data set. Another thing, each point have a two features. Each points having the two feature x1 and x2 means that is this is x1 and this is x2. This is x1, this is x2, x1, x2, x1, x2. Okay. Think of them like a coordinate of a graph. Just think like this, that it is a coordinates of graph. These points are stored as row numpy called x. All these points are stored in the variable x. Okay. An assignment operator is used to store left side of right side. Okay. Here see, we have taken that points we have written in this and we have divided it into the class, positive class and negative class. Just like same thing. Plus one first 2 points on the right side of a graph. It means first 2 points of the right side of the graph, and my class 2 that is negative. That is negative. That's 2 points of a left side. See, this is a graph of this. Okay. Let me show you in the small thing. Okay. Again graph. See, the 2 points we have taken now. So this is the 2 points, that is 1 and minus 1 on the positive side, 2 and minus 1 on the positive side only, and minus 1 and minus 2 negative side, minus 2 and minus 1 negative side. Okay, so here the blue point represent plus positive class. This is a positive class, just 2 and 1 and 1 and minus 1. Okay, and then red cross negative 1. This is okay, understood. Now let's move toward another points. Okay, so third step is defining the target class label. First mean minus one means we are defining here the target class. What is the target class? With the target class only it is able to predict the output. So y is equal to numpy array 1 minus 1 minus 1. This is positive and negative. Okay. So what this line does? It create an array y that holds the class, means this array we create array of y that hold the classes label, also called a target value. This y is a variable which hold the target value also for each point in your dataset. Where when training a machine learning model like Perceptron, we need two things. While training machine learning model, we need two things, X and Y. So what's meant by this? X means the input feature that we are inputting, and Y that cross output. That is, it is a target also. Target output also we can say that to the Y. Okay, then the step number 4. When adding the bias term, x0 is equal to 1 to each point. Means for each point we are adding the bias, and this is the code. X is equal to mp hashtag np1 like shape 0 1 and x. This line is adding a extra number 1. Means this line is used to add a extra number 1 in the each row. First, before adding the line in the data set, it's look like this. See, and after adding bias, it's look like this. So now each input has an extra one add at the start. Okay, but why do this? But why we need to do this? So in the machine learning, especially perceptron algorithm, we often need to calculate something like output W1 x1 W2 x1 plus bias. Like this, it is a formula of perceptron algorithm model. Okay, instead of adding bias separately, we are adding by means after we will add it will take a long time. So we create a fake feature is always this. Let's include the bias part of an sum maths of an weighting. Output this will be W01. It's with the bias. W01 like this we are adding the bias. So W0 here, the W0 is the bias. W0 is the bias. Okay. X0 is a 1. That is extra we added. So the bias get treated like just another weight. Okay. So the fifth step we are initializing weight to the 0. W0, W1, W2. W0 is the bias and W1, W2 is the input. Then another we write the code here. See, this is also runnable. W is equal to np dot 0. So x shape 1 give the number of features. Here the x shape give the number of feature including bias. Okay. The np0. np0 is used for creating a weight. Create weight vector filled with the zeros. W0 is a bias weight, W1, W2 are the input features. Here, okay, understood. And starting with the 0 help the perceptron learn from scratch during the training. Then step number 6, set the number of epochs. How many means we are setting here the number of passes. As we discussed first also that epochs contain the forward pass, backward pass and weight calculation. Here the epochs we took a 10. We can take anything means any number we can include according to our system according to our, I have taken here the just 10 epochs means that model will be go through the entire training data set 10 times during the training. Each pass is also called as a epochs and more epochs usually help to model learn better up to the point. Okay, then another step is 7 starting training the perceptron for each in the range epochs is equal to 0. This line means counter for the wrong prediction print. It means if epochs will be the wrong, then it will show the wrong prediction and printing the epochs with this. See here we had run the 10 epochs. Then in this, let me show you this also. See, this is runnable. This step start the training loop, repeating the given number of epochs at the beginning of each epoch. The epochs count is reset and the current epochs number is printed to the track progress. Okay. Now another step is step number 8. Loop thinks each training example. For xi, target is zip. Zip, what is meant by zip? Now, zip is nothing but a formula which collect which is used for the paired input. We can also say that. Okay. So output is equal to np dot w at xi. Prediction 1 if output is equal to 0 greater than 0, output is greater than 0, else minus 1 means this line is calculating the dot product and this line second third fourth third line will say the applying step function. Here we are applying the step function because it is the binary file. Okay, loop through each training example xi and correct label targeting zip. Compute the dot product of weight W and input xi using np dot. This gives a single output value applied for the step function. If the output is greater than 0, then predict 1. If output will be greater than 0, it will be predict 1 or less than 0, it will be predict minus 1. This is the target output. We have said that. This prediction help decide whether the prediction think that input together being to class 1 and minus 1. Then another 9th step 9, 10, 11 means here the program will be end. So see, this code is written output np dot dot. This will be calculating dot product and this predict 1 output else 0. This will be a step function. Then w plus target. This is the update. This is the update rule. W plus is equal to target into xi. This is the update rule. Error plus 1. It is increment error that is that will be counted. Then step number 10 showing the input prediction update the weight. This will be show and update the weight. Show total error. This will show the total error also. And the 12th step that if no error is there, it will show the learn successful. That will this line will be printed. Okay. When we run this code, it will be printing this output. Okay. Then prediction that perceptron make a prediction using the dot product and compare it to actual label target. Weight update rule. Now what's mean by weight update rule? If the prediction is wrong, if the prediction is going wrong, the weight W are adjusts using the formula If the prediction will be wrong, the weight will be adjusted using this formula W plus is equal to target into Xi to reduce the future error. It is the update rule. Error tracking means what? The error count in the increment to keep a track means error tracking means counting the error of how many wrong prediction occur in the current epoch. This will be counted. Okay. This line xi is equal to 1.0. This is the input, including bias term. Target is equal to 1. It is the actual label. And prediction minus 1. Model prediction. W is equal to this is the current after update. Then step number 11 show the total error in the epoch. Step number 12. Then thus now I said that if the no error will be there, it will be print that it is the successfully learned. Then this check if the error count is 0, this also shows if the error count is, which means that the model prediction everything correct in the epochs. If true, it predict perceptron has converged, then training completed. Break stop and the training loop early. No need to keep track on the model learn perfectly. Thank you.